having you waiting. However, I must acknowledge you. It's the first time we actually have a bunch that is here on time. So, this morning, I must welcome you to Silky's Enterprise, Construction Enterprise. Now, I will not be the one that will be conducting this orientation. However, you will be seeing me a lot around. So once again, I welcome you. I will like to take this opportunity. After the session, we have snacks and some beverage available. This young lady looks like she loves eating. So, and you all look like a very gleeful bunch. However, don't let me take much of your time. I'll now introduce the speaker for this orientation, Ms. Griffith, and she will take it over.
Good morning, dear recruits. Welcome to Silky's Construction Orientation. My name is Ms. Griffith, and I'm head of administration at Silky's. I would just like to welcome you today, and I'm very grateful for your presence here. We'll be going through, I'm pretty sure you probably did some research on our construction company before you applied for the position, went through the process of screening and stuff like that. But I'll just give you a brief. We were founded in 1972, and this started as a small construction company, and then we grew over the years. We're currently taking bids from the government agencies, and we have multiple projects going on. And as we're expanding, that's why we're taking on new employees. Today we'll be going through the safety procedures and different areas and aspects of our day-to-day operation. I know some of you are hired for the to help with administration, which would be in the office, while some persons will be on site at construction buildings and stuff like that. Isn't that so? Alright, first and foremost, at Silky's, we base everything on professionalism. So I know persons running with the idea that they hear construction company, I didn't think anything goes. That is not so. We have procedures and we have policies that we need to follow. Alright? So first we'd like to go through with you is that we're a construction company, we need PPEs. Everybody know what PPE is? Personal protective gear, right? So everybody will be fitted and screened before you go and actually come to work. Even though you're at the office, everybody needs to have PPE in case they need to go on site, which would be footwear, headgear, vests, gloves, masks, right? And everybody has to go through a medical screening as well. I know you guys submitted the medical for your portfolio already, but we have a doctor on site that checks all of our employees and clear them before we actually start working. Everybody would have to go under a health insurance with the company, which is provided by the company because, again, we're a construction company. Secondly, our safety procedure as it relates to fabric. And at each construction site, we would have exit strategies and a map layout on every floor or at every corner. And here we have a fire extinguisher, which would be at every site. Also, in a certain meter, you would see another. So it's not just one per site. Everybody's following? Yeah, it looks like you're on board with me already.
And you have an idea of what the fire extinguisher looks like, right? I'm sure we all saw that.
Yeah. It's a little bit heavy, but we have persons on site that will come later and we will walk through with the procedures on how we use this, right? So don't worry, we'll have a demonstration later in the Secondly, first aid kits will be at each site, also the office. For the persons that will be for the persons that will be at the office, you will be responsible for ensuring that each site has adequate first aid kits along with adequate fire extinguisher. Also on each extinguisher, there will be a tab that is the inspection record, right? It's very highlighted. For the clerical persons, these tabs will need to be checked and verified by the fire station, somebody needs to come in, check these, and not only check it, they need to punch a hole, and every 6 to 3 months, they need to be checked by the fire station. If these are not checked, our sites, we can be them. So they have regular check done, and that will be your responsibility of ensuring that these things happen. Additionally to that, due to the fact that we take on government bids and we do contracts with the government, we have a lot of safety issues as it relates to suspicious items being delivered at our sites. So we need to be very careful with packages that are delivered with no markings, or nobody knows where it's coming from. Right? So if we do have these packages coming, we need to do a screening to check, see if there's no mark. Let's say this is a package and it doesn't have any marking, you don't see who delivered it, it's just left at one of the sites or at our office. You need to leave it, do not touch it, because we do not know what could be inside. Have everybody evacuated from the building, but do not cause any panic. Call the local authorities, which would be the fire station and the police. Have them come, inspect the package, and make sure everything is clear before our employees return back to office or to the work site. Alright, we'll go further and detail later on in this.
Have a demonstration on how the fire extinguisher is being used.
Welcome back. We'll just be going through the fire extinguisher. First of all, we need to know, be able to identify the different parts of their fire extinguisher. Everybody knows there are different types of fire that happen at work sites, right? For this, all the fire extinguishers that we would have on work sites would be class A, B, C, right? Which would mean it's suitable for paper, wood fire, any liquids like gas and electrical fire, right? So to know what class of fire extinguisher you're using, you just be looking on here, you see the class, right? So A, B, C. Class A would be the wooden paper, class B would be the liquid, which would be like gas and stuff like that, and C would be electrical fire. This would be suitable for all three. The next part would be the nozzle. This is where the actual stuff from inside the fire extinguisher comes out to lead towards the fire. We have the pressure gauge, and then we have the pin. First thing we have an acronym with using the fire extinguisher in case of a fire, which is PASS. Pull the pin here, pull the pin, aim the nozzle to the direction of the fire, squeeze, and pass. Sweep the fire, right? So you squeeze, aim the nozzle, and it's a bit heavy, right? So you have to put it back in and just sweep over the fire. There's going to be another training where we will have someone from the fire station that will come and we would actually have a controlled fire, and you guys will have the opportunity to actually use the fire extinguisher. Unfortunately, we were not able to have them here today due to an emergency, but we'll call you guys back another day for that training. In the case of an emergency with the fire, you will need to pull an alarm, because above each of the fire extinguisher will have an alarm. You pull an alarm to notify everybody on site that there is a fire, the evacuation will start. And in the case that you can't contain the fire, you use the extinguisher. But in the case that you cannot contain the fire, you are to exit as well, along with everybody else, and notify the authorities and wait for them to come. Right? You need to follow the procedures, exit the building, assemble at a safe space, and wait for the appropriate authorities to come and control the fire in case that you cannot put the fire out by extinguisher. Right? Thank you guys so much for being here today.
Look, thank you, Ms. Griffin. So now I'll hand this over another part, and the last final demonstration that we have. That I'll call on Ms. Marslow, and she'll take over this part of the presentation.
Okay, good afternoon. So the other part is dealing with a suspicious item. Ms. Griffith said that sometimes the package will come and nobody knows where it came from, we're not to touch it. You are to notify either the manager or everybody on the site in a quiet and appropriate manner, right? So the first thing you do, like I said, do not touch it. You go notify person, you notify the authority. For example, they said you can notify the police, you can notify the fire services, and then you close off the area. Yeah, you close off the area. So you use, what do you call it? Yeah, the tape, and so nobody will have access to the area. With that, when the authorities come, they will tell you on what else there is to do. So we'll have a little demonstration. And then,
Okay. So, welcome everyone again. After I trust that you all had a hearty snack and you enjoyed the snack that was provided and the beverage. Now, we had a brief introduction of what our orientation will entail. However, this half of the session, we're going to have two demonstrations. The first one, it will be how you treat a laceration or an injury. That will be done. We have our nurse here, Ms. Belinda Romeo. She was a part of the founder of our construction enterprise. And over here, back to Ms. Griffin that you have met earlier. And she will be demonstrating how you use the fire extinguisher. So first, the first thing we're gonna look over, just look. If you guys want, you could get up and go over to where Miss Belinda, and she will demonstrate how to treat a laceration. And mind you, these are injuries that we will normally encounter on a daily basis, right? So it is important that, I know you probably think that we have so many different injuries, but I said these are ones that we normally encounter at the construction sites. So as you could see, Miss Yulika is bleeding profusely.
so first step, I'm cleaning.
So as you can see, the first thing that she did was clean the wound with Savlon, antiseptic disinfectant to remove any dirt and germs from the area. Mind you, if you're having the fact that the bleeding has decreased, if the bleeding continues, the first thing that when you're cleaning is that you apply pressure toning the wound to stop the bleeding. Because you don't want to just clean and leave it bleeding all the time, because
She doesn't have much bleeding going on here.
so it's not, if you look at it, it's not something very technical, because all she's simply doing is applying forcing, and as you know, that forcing is basically the temporary treatment until a medical poison arrives, right? A medical poisoning. So there we have it. After cleaning, you just simply apply the wound, bandage to the wound, and so let's go. Let's go.
Guys, is this anybody's package?
No.
Is there a label? Was anybody notified? You sure? Good morning. Are you expecting a package?
No.
A package is seen on site and it does not have label or anything. No address, it's just there. So I'm here to notify you and for us to tell the team.
Did you evacuate the room that the item was in?
I came and notified you first, and then we will go into that meeting.
Start evacuation protocols. I will make you also those right evacuate by evacuate the building and for the meeting certain areas.
Alright, guys, again, we need to evacuate the building because of the item. Alright, so I'm going to tape off this area, nobody is to come here, right? Hello? You can please call the authorities.
You got a card?
Administration of responsibility, I know that we have a suspicious package being delivered at your office at Hatfield Street. And, we already evacuated the building, we just need somebody to come and verify what is in the package exactly. And, give us a brief of what exactly we need to do. So we will be waiting on your arrival. Thank you so much. Okay, I just want to call you on the phone. I was just directing to your packages and then, this item was delivered, nobody's expecting it, and we not sure what's happening or what's in here. So just leave it to it if there's anything on the outside. Alright team, we just heard back from the person from the, that took the package. It was a false alarm. It apparently